Hi, everybody. What's going on? This is Jen catching you on DTWG Life. Hope you're all having a great day. I know that it's been quite a while since I've done general readings. I just haven't been in that place, due to changes that are going on in my life, which are actually quite positive. One comment that I ended up leaving was for Ant from Cancer Moons Tarot. I've been watching a great number of you guys, and thank you so much because you've been carrying me through the pandemic, and you're also carrying me through the changes that I'm going through right now. I really appreciate it. I pull my own cards from time to time, but it's like I don't know. It's not even like a struggle with ego, not wanting to believe the messages. It's more of like, are you sure this is happening? Maybe it is. I don't know. But let me check it out. Let me go right on to it. Yeah, his recent video for cancers. I'm a cancer. Reminder that anything can change. It's his mid-May 2021 reading for cancers. So if you guys want to go over to his channel, check it out, go right ahead. He's amazing. I've been following you, Ant, for, God, I think like 3 years? I have no idea. Maybe longer than that. I just don't remember right now. But on his video there, I commented, over the last few years, a good amount of people were convincing me that I was stupid for caring and making an effort to help out in any way that I can. This year, I finally realized that their cold-hearted nature is the cause of their misjudgment of my character and who I am. It's lit like this. I hope they either heal from it or learn from it. Hold on. I have to say, stubbornness is a common denominator among people who think that they know everything, whether they're actually narcissistic or not. That's neither here nor there. You still have people out there that think that they know everything, or that they're just so sure, right, of what's going on, even though really they have no idea. It's a little bit weird living in a small town. You'd think that everybody knows everybody, but the truth is that, like, there are some of us that kind of, like, separate ourselves from, the herd, so to speak, and for good reason. Mostly because you have things like smear campaigning, gossiping, things of that nature, and unfortunately, you have really cruel people that are out there to kind of ruin your life, whether or not you know them, whether or not you did them wrong. Chances are you haven't, they just need somebody to pick on. It's that kind of thing, and that's one of the weirdest things about living in any kind of a small town. Doesn't matter what state it's in, what area it's in. This kind of stuff does happen, and people don't really talk about that often because, people want to kind of deflect and turn the tables back onto you, gaslighting you into believing that you're paranoid, that perhaps you're schizophrenic, or that you have some sort of mental disorder about you, that you have mental issues about you, when in fact they're the cause of your issue. Maybe they're the ones that are disordered, and the reason why you're separating yourself from these kind of people is because they are disordered. They're very much diseased. They are in dis-ease. They have their own issues that they need to get through, which is why I said I hope that they either heal from it or learn from it. You know what I mean? Like, because most people here, yes, they know of me. They know my name. They know my face. They're saying, oh, yeah, I always see you walking around. Yeah, I walk a lot. I love my exercise. But most of the part I just keep to myself and my own business. And I love keeping it that way. Not because I'm standoffish. Not because I'm a bitch. Not because I have issues. It's because it's just I love my privacy. I love my peace. I love my life the way that it is, that I have it designed, and I plan on keeping it that way. And that's just a thing that I got going on. Okay, that's all about me. It's not about anybody else. I'm not going to point the finger and say, oh, you, and you are, the typical type that would ruin my life. No. People's lives become what they make it. Whether or not you have people coming at you with some BS, whether or not you've done them wrong, whether or not they actually know you. There's always going to be one. There's always going to be one. And, you know, I'm at the age to where protecting my peace, designing my life the way that I want it, and making sure that that is protected are my top priorities. I don't want to get into anybody else's business. I don't want anyone else getting into my business on a personal scale like that. It's not necessary. With that being said, usually when you leave people alone, they tend to get bored, you know. Like, some of them do. Not all of them, but you got those types that are very small-minded, I will say. They enjoy talking about other people. They enjoy putting other people down in order to put themselves in a different light that really does not suit them. Let's just say, okay, we all know how that goes. If I could just get back to it. And those are the kind of people that I have been dealing with, which is why I left the comment that I did on Cancer Moon's Tarot's channel. Thank you, Aunt. It's definitely needed, but onto the positive changes. Absolutely. Now that I've gone through all that nonsense, and that's like barely scratching the surface. That's how small that issue is. But anyway, moving forward onto the positive stuff. I am planning on moving. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am planning on moving. Obviously not far away, but you know, I am planning on moving. Get my own place. You know, right now I co-own a home with my mom. We're both on the deed and title to the mortgage. So yeah, we're co-owners. Before that, I had helped her as a property manager while we were renting to tenants on the second floor. And that in of itself kind of got out of hand. It became an issue. And it's to a point where she's saying, I'm too old for this nonsense. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I told her, I'm too busy for this nonsense. So we kind of made an agreement, and I'm going to be moving, and things are just going to change from that point forward. Thank God. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I cannot wait for it. Yeah, it's been really interesting. I don't know how to put it. Like, just how do I encompass this? I can't. I have to say, though, this pandemic had given me a chance not only to take the time out to evaluate myself on all levels, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, professionally, personally, platonically, romantically. What type of a person am I? Who am I becoming? What are my goals now? What are my plans? What do I choose to build on in my life now, and what am I choosing to do without? What am I choosing to write off? Who am I choosing to write off? Who am I choosing to keep? And you know, it's not a thing of, you know, being an egomaniac or saying, you know, oh, you got to go because you don't fit my purpose. You know, like, I'm not one of those dishes. Okay, I'm not, definitely not. But I have to say that there are people, you know, sometimes there could be snakes in the grass. Let's just put it that way, right? So once they're spotted, what are you going to do? You're going to get rid of them, right? Absolutely. But, you know, as I move forward and move through my life, of course, you know, I'm going to keep all the friends and extended family and everybody that I have in my life who had never done me wrong. I don't care if we're on different paths. That's the whole point of having you in my life, is that you're in my life. It doesn't matter how supposedly different you are from me. I'm going to love you anyway, unconditionally. You're always going to be in my life. I don't care, you know, how much we change or how much we stay the same. It's really not a big deal. And that's the beautiful thing about it, because I know that a lot of people speak on this, but I'm going to speak on it as well. First off, no human being on this earth can tell you what your life is going to look like, what you need to do with it, etc., all the way down to how you dress. No human being on this planet has the right to do that to you. If you're not on a job, you clocked out, you're on your personal time, Nobody's got a right to tell you what to do with your life. Okay? That's why we need to reintroduce the healthy work-life balance that have been lost. But anyway, let me not get off track here, okay? Where was I? I love when I do that to myself. But yeah, just I'm always going to keep the people that I love in my life, people that I work with in my life. Whether we're former coworkers, whether we've been in business together or not, whether we've joint ventured on projects or not, and it all went well, and things were on good terms, regardless of how things turned out. I'm keeping people in my life. I'm not gonna just say, oh, I'm writing you off or doing without you because you're not serving my purpose. No, you're not serving my purpose. Excuse me. I'm making fun of that. I'm terrible. I know. Oh, here I am, a metaphysician, making fun of that. I am. Absolutely. Because I think it sounds so stupid. It does. Only because of how some people take it. They take it, with all of their ego instead of all their heart. And when they do that, they think, oh, okay, well, I get to get rid of people or write them off or, change my group of friends superficially, just because, somebody's on a different path than I'm on. You don't do that because, oh my God, that is such a bad idea. That is a huge mistake. You end up paying for that. You do. Absolutely. And the person that you let go doesn't have to lift a finger. Just seriously, the universe takes care of all of us. But yeah, it's about our free will. What I was saying before about, designing your life and having control over what goes on your time, all the way down to how you dress, all the way down to how you speak, how you sing, how you do whatever it is under the sun, moon, and stars, honey. Okay, that's up to you. That's not up to anybody else. If they take an issue with that, obviously they have an issue with themselves. On top of control issues, like I said, not one human being can tell you how to do what to do with your life. You do that, okay? Same goes for when you deal with them. They're going to behave and act the way that they choose to. Toward you, toward others, toward themselves. At the end of the day, when they go to sleep at night, they're going to be who they are. And what they do is on their free will. Okay? There's nothing that you can do to change it. People are going to think of you what they choose to think of you, and that's okay. Let them. Let them talk, because they don't actually know you. They know what you look like. They know your name. They don't actually know you. Why? Because you kept yourself solid, like a Cancer. Whether you're a Cancer or not, you will benefit highly from keeping yourself solid and keeping your life managed in a way that allows you to do whatever it is that you want to do. Live freely on your free time. Okay? Let people talk. They don't actually know you. That's right. That's why I always keep it. That's why I always keep it to my circle. My clients, well, that's questionable now. Sorry, I've had one client that turned out to be, anyway, I'm going to leave that be. Clients, associates that I work with, colleagues, up to a certain point. Definitely friends, extended family, immediate family that I still speak with. Yeah, pretty much. I'm just keeping it to that. And if I happen to meet more people along the way, because I plan on traveling again in my lifetime, it wasn't just left to my childhood. I will pick that up again. And I have this strong bond with them. I'm going to keep that bond, and they're going to be a part of my life too. That's okay. Yeah, but as far as this small macro speck of against the size of the entire earth that is my small town, I will say that there are some people here that I do respect and love dearly. and that I do share my life with. They're on my Facebook. If they're not on my Facebook, I have their phone number. I can text them. I can call them anytime. I know the phone works both ways. I can reach out. I know that. That's okay. I absolutely will. I'll be reaching out with all of my heart, and that's okay. I'm going to keep these people in my life because I love them. I have love for them. Okay? But, there are people here that are very small-minded, very petty, narrow-minded. They can be quite callous. Some of them are bullies, literally. Like, they never grew up. It's like they've never graduated high school. It's kind of sad. Yeah, I swear, it's just, all that stagnancy and that stalemate that I really don't want to be a part of. I already extricated myself from, because that's the best thing that I can do is to remove myself from that instead of, telling them, hey, yo, step off. Because it's not like I'm under 18. I can't just hook off on them. It's not like that anymore. Things change. I'm a grown woman. I can't just be acting like that. Anyway. I can't just be like, hey, you, F-O. What are you going to do about it? Wait, what are you going to do about it? You can't do that anymore. Things change. I'm already grown. I don't need it. All that petty nonsense. So what do? I remove myself from it. I extricate myself from it. And I'm so glad that I'm talking about this right now because Pluto is in retrograde and it will be all the way up until October. And that's one of the things that are typically done during a Pluto retrograde is extricating yourself from situations or people who are not good for you. Okay? Doing that. Completely. Best time to do it. Even if it's Mercury retrograde and you feel like, repeating something, don't. That mixed with a Pluto retrograde, even worse. Just step away from it, leave it be, at least for the time being anyway. Let them show their true colors. You don't ever have to dig to find out the truth about anybody. Just sit back, you'll find out eventually. Give a person enough rope to hang themselves, so to speak, they will do it. You don't even have to tell them, hey, yo, go take a long walk off a short pier. Back off for long enough, they'll eventually do it. They will. They'll eventually do that their damn selves. And it won't mean anything. It'll be done and gone. And they'll be doing that to themselves. You don't have to say nothing to them. You don't even have to look at them. Nothing. Yeah, you all coexist and share the same space and proximity, but that is about it, my dear. That is it. I'm learning how to set up stronger boundaries as a means of respecting myself more. And I'm so glad that I'm doing that because it's actually working. It really is. It doesn't even matter what these people are saying about me, who they are, who they're talking to, who they're smear campaigning about me to. None of that even matters. I don't even care anymore. I completely let it go. I mean, I let it go a long time ago, but I thought, oh, now we're all grown. I made an assumption there. That was stupid of me. Now we're all grown. Maybe I could try that forgiveness thing. And that was before I learned that forgiveness was also letting go. I did not know that. I thought, forgive, start over, turn over a new leaf, let's try again. That was stupid. Because a lot of them really have not grown past a certain point, and they never will. There's nothing I could do about it, other than to extricate myself from them and remove myself from that situation and continue forward with my life as it is. Those boundaries are so important to have. And yes, this is coming from a Cancer. I don't care what sign you are, who you are watching my video. If you could take something from this, take that. Seriously. You could be living in a big city and still, be among, a small guild of people. depending on what your situation is. Maybe you're a part of an apartment building and you gotta deal with certain neighbors, that sort of thing. It's kind of like that. Imagine that apartment building being in a small town. You gotta walk past every door. You gotta walk past every person. Not all of them actually know you or your business, nor should they. Sure, you share the same walls. You coexist in a space, within a certain proximity. That does not mean that you share everything. No, it doesn't. Keep those that you love close to you, always. But do yourself a favor. Don't just set up those boundaries, keep them. Chances are, they probably need to be set for life. They probably do, depending on, your age, and also depending on others' willingness to grow. If somebody shows you growth, that's wonderful. But also make sure that that person is not just acting and wearing a mask in your face, because some are actually really good at that too. Oh yeah, they get you to drop your guard so you tell them all kinds of shit. Inappropriate. Never do it. Just recognize a reunion, I'll call it, for what it is. Like, I haven't seen this person in X amount of years. Yeah, don't overshare. Because they don't actually know you. And it doesn't matter what you say or what you don't say, they'll still twist it anyway. Like I said, set up those boundaries, keep them set up, keep respecting yourself, keep loving yourself, and keep creating your own life to your liking, to what you desire it to be. And keep pushing forward, because you're doing really good. You are. You're doing amazing. Just keep going. I have a lot of these shirts, by the way. I know, random. Thanks to my grandpa, and I actually saved them. I'm very much like that. He had passed on back in 2004, but my mom found them. They're like pretty much brand new. So I'm like, I'll take them, thanks. I'm like, yeah. And they're all like the same thing. Weird. Yeah, I just realized I'm wearing one of them. It's funny. I typically don't wear white, so if I wear anything like that, chances are it's handed down from a family member or something like that, or it was given to me as a gift, and I treasure that more than I treasure my ego. Just being honest. I mean, yeah, most of the time when I wear something, it means something to me, absolutely, but, like, sometimes my ego says, like, I want to look a certain way, and blah, blah, blah. Put that aside. Choose love first, always. Because your circle means a heck of a lot more to you than the people that you need to set boundaries with, and they always will. Always put that first. It's a priority. I love you guys. Wanted to say something else. It had been quite a while since I've been up on here, and I'm so sorry for that. Anywho, what did I want to say? I'm going to start doing general readings again very soon. Okay, so yay! Yeah, I'm getting back to it. I'm getting back to it because I'm in a better place now. I'm not exactly where I want to be at the moment. Excuse me, gas. Woof. I am working on it. Like, I'm kind of like in the middle of it, going from here to there. But thing is that, like a crab, I'm just going to be sitting here chilling, doing my thing. And then when I'm given the sign to go, I'm off. Sideways. Super fast. It's going to look creepy-ish, but it's going to get done. Alright? Yeah. It's going to be a lot of waiting, and then it's going to be go. Like, I know it's going to work that way. It usually does with me. So, that should be fun. Yeah. Anywho. I don't know exactly when I'm going to be posting these general readings. I just know that what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to block them off into elements for each video. And I'm going to cover all 3 signs per element within each video instead of doing individual videos for each sign, because that's a pain in the butt to upload, and I've just been so busy. I really have. I'm not even lying. I know that sounds like an excuse. I've just been so busy. But truth is I have. Yeah, a lot of things are changing, and they're going to be changing, and I cannot wait for it to finally happen. Also, I wanted to give a huge shout out to my friend Tara. Tara LaMarie, big shout out to you. I love you. Thank you so much for suggesting that I apply for a particular job that I recently applied for. Thank you. I called them today, and according to who I spoke with, I'm going to be receiving a call back tomorrow, so yay, I hope so. If not, I'm going to be calling again. I'm actually going to be persistent and tenacious with it, because not only does that go with my nature as a person, as a Cancer, but that's usually how I've been able to see any kind of success. Success is always in the follow-up. Yes, be patient, but success is also in the follow-up. Without following up, you get nowhere. You can't just sit around and just wait for something to fall on your lap. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't. Yeah. Anywho, I love you, and thank you. Alright, guys, I love all of you. Thank you so much for watching me, and general readings are going to be coming out soon, so keep an eye out for those. Also, I want to leave in the description of this video my Facebook fan page. This way, if I don't exactly get on here right away, you could see other content that I post on my Facebook fan page. I would come up with a group, but that would take a lot, and I just don't have that kind of time. I literally have been busy. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't. But I love you guys, okay? Thank you so much for remaining subscribed. And I'm going to be on here again soon. Heck yeah, with all of my 3 decks. Blessed be.